Right now on News Channel 6 at 11, a local police organization teaches citizens how to be responsible gun owners. Plus, as temperatures rise, doctors warn how it could be a risk for people with diabetes. And the status of Georgia's economy and what state officials say are Georgia's goals, as your News at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I am Tiffany Hobbs. Thank you so much for joining us for News Channel 6 at 11. Coverage you can count on begins with an officer-involved shooting that happened in downtown Augusta. Richmond County Sheriff's deputies responding to Ellis Street around 11:30 this morning for a call about a person with a firearm. During the incident, a deputy and the person were shot at least one time. The deputy was taken to the hospital for treatment and the other person died at the scene. The GBI is now investigating the incident and an autopsy has been scheduled. One person is dead following a shooting in Grovetown. The incident happened earlier this morning at a home on Derby Lane. The coroner identifying the victim as 35-year-old Alan White. He was shot at least once and died at the scene. An autopsy is scheduled. A local police department is about to wrap up its very first Citizens Academy course. For one of their last assignments, officers took the class to the shooting range. Hannah Latier has more.
Grovetown Police Department has been training a group of 7 people who live in the community about what all goes into law enforcement.
They will see what we do on a daily basis and have a little bit of idea of when they see things in the news, it may not always be what it seemed to be.
Over the 10-week course, the students have done exercises like reenacting real scenarios officers have experienced, doing crime scene analysis, and criminal investigations.
We did 2 scenario-based trainings. Some of the things that there were real life scenarios for them that I think for any civilian going through, it'll be mentally challenging.
And on Saturday, they learned how to properly handle a firearm.
They all, I think, going to leave here with a better understanding of the weapon, much more safety conscious about handling the weapon, and much more confidence in themselves to shoot the weapon.
Students in the course say it helps law enforcement and civilians find common ground.
By taking the time to see what it is that the police do and why they do it, it helps us to better understand when situations come up where we're wanting to protest and be upset. It's like, wait, take a step back, let's evaluate and move forward.
Assistant Chief Eastman believes the course has been a success, but they do want to make some changes for the future.
We want to go back to the drawing board, see what we need to do to retune what we are doing right now, and then we're going to make a decision on when the next class is going to start. But it'll be in the fall. Students
in this class graduate Thursday, July 13th. In Augusta, Hannah Latier, WJBF News Channel 6.
A car crash in Aiken County has claimed the life of one woman and injured 2 others. Authorities say 2 cars collided around 2 this afternoon at Sally Road and South Dixie Road. The victim was a passenger in an SUV that was struck by a Ford van. The drivers of the SUV and the Ford were taken to the hospital for critical injuries. We are working to identify the victim who has died. The Aiken County Coroner's Office is investigating a fatal hit and run. Authorities say the victim was found this morning at 640 on the side of Storm Branch Road near Silver Bluff Road. The coroner identifying the victim as 91-year-old Josephine Smiley. An autopsy has been scheduled for Tuesday in Newberry. Meteorologist Miller Hyatt joins us now for a first look at your forecast. Miller, is there any break from this heat tomorrow?
Unfortunately, not tomorrow, but Monday.
Okay.
We could be seeing some heat relief. That's good news, Tiffany, as we have temperatures dropping down to the 80s. Finally, we'll be out of the 90s, but it won't be here for long. So here's our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam outside of our television studios here at WJBF. Things are nice and calm with traffic moving smoothly. 77 degrees here in Augusta, 82 in Evans at this hour, 80 degrees in Louisville. So a very warm night and very muggy. In fact, with dew points in the mid to upper 70s in many spots, and that means it's feeling a little bit warmer than the actual temperature. It's feeling like 84 degrees right now in Thompson. feels like 80 degrees in Waynesboro. So our winds continue to be out of the south and the west, and that's what's ushering this warm and moist atmosphere. So tomorrow's another scorcher, as we can see that the heat index value is going to be near 100 degrees. So you definitely want to limit your time outdoors and also get to the air conditioning when you're inside. Drink plenty of fluids, water, because it's going to be very hot outside with heat indices around 100, and the air temperature is going to be 92. But with that dew point, that's why we're feeling like 100 degrees. So it's a typical summertime pattern, as we are now officially in the dog days of summer. It certainly is going to feel like it. So as you head off to the lake or the pool, you definitely want to take caution outside. Wear your sunscreen, have your sunglasses on. We're also looking at a chance of isolated storms tomorrow, but then a greater chance for Monday. And I'll let you know what the rest of next week holds in your Viper 6 forecast coming up, Tiffany.
Thank you, Miller. The recent rise in the heat has doctors warning people about just how dangerous the summer heat can be for people with diabetes. Our sister station's WSAV reporter Meg Porterfield has the details.
With recent heat indices often in the triple digits lately, local doctors are warning people about just how dangerous the summer heat can be for those with diabetes.
The other problem with diabetes is we use a lot of fluid to get rid of sugar, and so if somebody's running high sugars, they're needing even more to be more hydrated in order to help their bodies eliminate that excess sugar, and so that leads to further dehydration.
According to the Georgia Department of Public Health, more than 1 million Georgians have diabetes. Dr. Kimberly Zelke, director of Savannah's dedicated senior medical center, says she's given IV fluids to a number of dehydrated patients this week.
The scary part is they may not realize that they're having issues until it's really late. So we have been seeing people coming in saying that they're feeling more fatigued, more lightheaded, dizzy, and at that point we're often trying to give them some fluids here in the office.
One diabetic patient we spoke with said she realized she needed to make a change to protect herself from the heat.
Well, I drink a lot of fluids, more than I used to. I began to start drinking a lot of water, been drinking a lot of apple juice, cranberry juice to keep myself not being hydrated.
Dr. Zelke says it's time to raise awareness about this to protect people at risk from dangerous consequences.
We don't necessarily talk about it as much as we should, I think, and again, with seniors, we really need to emphasize how as we age, we don't have that thirst mechanism that we have when we're younger. A lot of times we're on medications that are affecting our body's ability to stay hydrated, and so we really need to talk about this more.
Health experts say the most important thing to focus on is conscious hydration, meaning drinking water even when you don't feel thirsty. And if you feel fatigued, don't hesitate to call your doctor. In Savannah, Meg Porterfield, WSAV.
Georgia's economic report reveals the state continues to have low unemployment numbers. The current rate is 3.2%, while the national average is 3.7%. The labor commissioner says all regions in the Peach State reported a rise in unemployment in May. He says Georgia is prioritizing jobs in the green energy field.
An industry that I think kind of goes hand in hand with that. It's a different kind of power we're looking for, solar and electric cars, right? We're moving away from some of the fossil fuel type stuff, and that's really where our state has been focused, and I think we're poised to be the #1 state when it comes to that moving forward.
The state currently has around 24,000 unemployment claims. Early childhood education is getting a financial support in Augusta. U.S. Senator John Ossoff announced nearly $15 million for CSRA EOA Head Start programs. These education programs support children's growth from birth to age 5. Head Start programs are set up in 12 Georgia counties. 9 of those are here in the CSRA. Senator Ossoff also released a statement saying in part that every child in Georgia deserves a safe, healthy, and happy preschool education. Local nonprofits, including the United Way, are helping children and families stock up on school supplies. Stuff the Bus returns to the CSRA for its annual school supply drive. The United Way partnering with local organizations, companies, and stores to host drop-off locations. Collections began on July 1st, and if you are looking for a place to drop off donations, the main event happens at the end of July.
So on the 28th at the Kroc Center, we will have Richmond County School System and Columbia County School System there, represented with 2 school buses each. And then on the 29th, the same for Burke County, they will have one of their school buses.
If you want to donate, we have a drop-off location at our main office right here at Television Park during business hours. There are also other local back-to-school events throughout the month of July, and we have a list of those on WJBF.com. Coming up, the heat is here to stay. We'll have more on that with Miller Hyatt for your full weather forecast when we return.
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Hello everyone and happy Saturday. We are sitting nice and dry right now as we take a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam right now at Augusta Regional Airport. It is pretty mild though right now, 77 degrees with the southeast winds at 3 miles per hour. So across the southeast, we're definitely pretty toasty at this hour. It's 80 degrees right now in Atlanta, 77 Tallahassee. Gets warmer as you get towards Texas. Right now it's 85 degrees right now in Dallas, but we are tracking these high dew points continuing to make it feel very muggy outside, very tropical, and that's making it feel even hotter. Check out the heat index in Dallas, Texas, 91 degrees. It feels like 95 degrees in Houston, Texas at 11:14 p.m. at night, so pretty remarkable, but it's pretty calmer as you go towards our area. It only feels like around 80 degrees, so not too bad here in the CS Ray. And it's all because of the southwest winds that is ushering this warm and moist air mass from the Gulf of Mexico, and that's around this high pressure system centered over the Gulf. And then we also have this cold front that's going to be pushing our way, and that's going to bump up those rain chances as we head towards Monday. So here's what we're tracking the rest of the weekend. We have that southwest flow, and that means we have some rounds of showers and storms, especially especially late in the day and early in the evening. So looking at Futurecast here, 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, starting off nice and dry. So if you're going golfing or going to church, things are looking nice, and I'm not expecting the rainfall until we get towards later in the day as this cold front starts to approach. So say around 7 p.m. we'll start to see some isolated storms becoming more scattered around midnight, and that goes throughout the day on your Monday. So it's going to be a pretty wet start to the upcoming week as this cold front starts to bring in some showers and thunderstorms throughout the day on Monday. So for tomorrow, though, most of the day is going to be dry, and so that's good news if you have any outdoor plans. Heading towards the afternoon, temperatures heat up to the 90s once again, but that's average, our advertised 94 degrees. Heading towards the evening, we could have some spotty storms to the south, but most of the area will be dry. Then once we get towards midnight, we will see a return of storms. So we do have that threat of severe weather. It's mainly on the outskirts of our area, so I'm expecting most of us not to see severe weather, but as always, stay weather aware. So if you're heading to the pool tomorrow, drink plenty of water, have sunscreen on, temperatures in the 90s, feeling more like 100 degrees. Here's Monday at midnight. So once again, that cold front is going to be triggering all these showers and storms widespread. So it'll be a rude awakening call on your Monday with the storms, the thunder, and the lightning. And this could be a severe day as well. We'll be monitoring it very closely as we have the heavy rainfall and also some damaging winds for a majority of the area on your Monday. So looking at our next rain chance after Monday, we actually are going to be pretty dry Tuesday through Thursday, then only a slight chance by next weekend. So for tonight, we have possibly like a 20% chance of storms, but most of us are going to stay dry. Temperatures will be in the 70s. For tomorrow, will be in the 90s once again, but our advertised 94, so it's not really anything unusual, but it'll be pretty humid, making it feel more like 100 degrees with storms late in the day. So here's your 10-day forecast. Once we get to Tuesday, it will be nice and sunny. We'll be baking in the sun. Temperatures approaching the mid-90s. And then heading towards next weekend, we have more showers and storms. Temperatures in the upper 90s, so we could be talking about some dangerous heat once again, and that means we could be seeing heat indices approaching 105 or more as the showers and storms return to the forecast, Tiffany. So it's definitely the dog days of summer.
Look, I do not know about you, Miller, but that cold front on Monday is music to my ears.
Yes, I'm waiting for it. It'll be just a refreshing air.
We deserve it.
Yeah.
Well, coming up, the latest in a manhunt for a murder suspect that escaped from a Pennsylvania prison. We have those details when we return. But first, the winning numbers for tonight's South Carolina lottery are pick 3, 5, 2, 1. And the pick 4 winning numbers 1, 4, 7, 9. The fireball is 7. The Palmetto Cash 5 numbers 5, 10, 16, 29, 30. And the power up is 2. A massive manhunt underway in Pennsylvania for a murder suspect, Michael Burham. Authorities describing him as a self-taught survivalist, and they are now searching rugged terrain, warning residents to be vigilant. Here's Chuck Severson with the details.
On Saturday, authorities expanded the search for Michael Burham, who escaped from a Pennsylvania jail just weeks after he was captured in South Carolina, following a days-long multi-state manhunt. The 34-year-old suspect facing homicide and rape charges in 2 separate cases in Jamestown, New York. He was being held in the Warren County Jail in northern Pennsylvania on arson and burglary charges, and is also accused of carjacking and kidnapping a couple while trying to escape capture in May. A dozen law enforcement agencies involved in the new search.
We are considering him armed and dangerous, and we are cautioning residents if they see him or believe that he may be anywhere near them, that they should not attempt to approach him.
At 11:20 p.m. Thursday, Burham making his daring escape from the jail yard, hoisting himself on exercise equipment and lowering himself to the ground with a rope made of bed sheets. Further complicating the search, authorities say Burham is a survivalist, capable of living in the woods for days.
Our members were out conducting wooded searches. I can tell you the terrain is very rugged, it's steep. We're using aviation assets to support their operations, but there are a number of places you just have to go on foot.
Authorities warning he is a dangerous individual. A federal complaint reveals a chilling note left for his father before his capture in May, Burham allegedly writing, "I'm not sorry for what I did."
Quite unsettling. A lot of chatter about where he might be or where he could be hiding.
Authorities advising everyone in the area to lock their doors and stay vigilant. Chuck Severson, ABC News, New York.
Coming up, the Green Jackets and the Braves both look for a big win. Kira Goldstein has sports next.
Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
After back-to-back one-run losses on Thursday and Friday, the Augusta Green Jackets look to bounce back with a win as they took on the Myrtle Beach Pelicans inside SRP Park. The Jackets got off to a tough start, but in the bottom of the 7th, Jackets trail by 2 guys on 2nd and 3rd. Ambioris Tevez smashes a double to left field to tie the game at 5, and that would be just the momentum that the Jackets needed as they go on to get the win 6-5. They'll face the Pelicans again on Sunday. First pitch is at 1:30 p.m. Well, Saturday was moving day at the 48th annual Palmetto Amateur, and half the field posted scores below par. The top of the leaderboard, however, looked familiar after the third round of play at the Reserve Club at Woodside. Ford Goldsich holds the lead at 13 under, followed closely by Sihan Sandhu at 12 under. John Eric Alford is in solo third at 11 under, and Reese Coleman of Anderson, South Carolina is in fourth at 9 under. Aiken resident Brian Quackenbush remains tied for fifth after a 69, his third consecutive day of breaking par. The field was cut to the low 40 end ties, and 42 players advanced to Sunday's final round. With one more round to go, we'll have highlights on Sunday's finale right here on News Channel 6. The Braves took on the Rays for Game 2, and Spencer Strider got the start on the mound. Coming into Saturday, he was the league leader in strikeouts, and he kept it up early, getting Taylor Walls with the fastball. Then he blows a fastball by Jonathan Aranda. Manuel Margot can't reach that high fastball, and Strider strikes out the side, but he's not done yet. In the top of the third, Strider gets Yandy Diaz to strike out, and that makes 7 Ks throughout 3 innings. Strider's third time doing that this season. Top of the fourth, no score. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Matt Olson batting. He hits the ball up the middle, and Olson's National League leading 71st RBI puts the Braves up 1-0. Then the next batter, Sean Murphy, he blasts a 3-run shot to deep left. That's his 17th home run of the season, and it marks the Braves' 25th straight games with a home run, which is tied for their longest streak in World Series era. The Braves go on to get the win in Game 2, 6-1. And finally, Saturday was round 3 of the U.S. Women's Open, and Rose Zhang is still inching her way up the leaderboard. Atop the board, we have Nasa Hatoka at 7 under, 1 stroke ahead of Allison Corpus. Tied for third at 4 under, we have Kim Ann Tardy, and Tardy fell from the top spot after shooting 3 over in the third round. Then tied for 9th at 1 over is 2023 ANWA winner Rose Zhang. But with one final round to play, anything could happen, and we will check in on this tournament throughout the weekend. That does it for sports. We'll be right back.
Coming up, 2 goats giving cops the runaround. We have that story after the break. Stay with us. At a workout, these Arizona police officers got a workout thanks to runaway goats that refused to go down without a good fight. And thanks to body cams, it was all caught on camera. It happened this week in Glendale, Arizona. The officers say they quickly learned just how fast goats are. As escapees, they kept giving them the slip. After a while, they were finally captured and returned to a nearby farm.
I love that.
All right, well, that is our
amazing.
report for now. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to join Sean Cabbage-Stock for Good Morning Augusta at 7 a.m.